And we've come to say thank you for the promise of life that was present all through death. And it's still here today, and it's only one reason, and that's because the promise of life tells Timothy about 3 generations of faith behind him, and I'm here to thank you for the 6th generation.
I told him what I thought it needed to symbolize. What he came up with of this to Reverend Miller for the Harmony Church, and one to the senior pastor.
30 feet, and it took me a half a second to get over that fence, and I think I'm preaching to you. You got to realize that there is a power inside of you. Racism, what fence? Jim Crow, what fence? Jane. We will truly realize our destiny. We come this far. He reminds Timothy that the world is a better place because of the inspiration of an Olympic champion like Edwin H. and NSF too. And we found out recently that Morehouse has produced a graduate with a Nobel Peace Prize in 2017. The world needs Morehouse College and the kind of people we produce to make a difference. 150 years ago, there had to be a lot of courage in the human beings who gathered in a basement, and then fear has been more common than courage. No, you could be killed or maimed for teaching people how to read, for educating about fear. This letter that Paul writes to Timothy, he could have written to Troy Mack. And so what Troy does is he literally and figuratively builds a fence to keep everything he's afraid of. You all listen carefully now, because I'm going to go into my personal story. And I got to tell you, I was jealous. And something nagged at me because a few other people were. And he did not realize that in a swimming pool that you have a shallow end and a deep end. Pushed them out, pushed them to the side, and several others were there. And inexpressible gratefulness all at the same time. Rise up the next morning. Were you scared after you took that test? Or before you took this Bible? When Jesus walked on water, he had to tell his disciples, no matter how often you're scared. Some of us are scared. Top to bottom, front to back, Genesis to Revelation. And maybe that's why, 10th, 1994, he looked out over his people about that here in Augusta. You act like you haven't yet realized. And we haven't yet realized it maybe because evolution assess our condition and wonder whether the clouds are overtaking the sun. You see the skyline of Atlanta symbolizing our move to Atlanta. Of course, there's Graves Hall right in the middle. God bless you. This is our gift.
In recognition of Morehouse College 150th anniversary, whereas Augusta Theological Institute was founded in 1860. College mission is to develop men with disciplined mind who will lead lives of leadership and service. Whereas the city of Augusta do hereby proclaim
that housed the church, and the basement of this room was actually.
Good. Dean Carter has already given you a sufficient biography of this gentleman. And so Morehouse College said he was profoundly disappointed by the state of affairs.